What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while since I've created content, so again, I apologize. I guess the title of this video is a little appropriate, maybe even for myself, okay? I may be preaching to myself here a little bit. So why does motivation not last? Motivation just doesn't seem to last for most people. And I say most people, but I'm not an expert, I'm not a psychologist, but there might be a few of you out there that have seen one video or somebody said one thing to you and it stuck with you and it changed your life completely. But I'd say for the average person, including myself, motivation just doesn't always seem to be enough. In fact, it's just never really enough for me, okay? There's a few reasons for that, and I'll get into that. But if you're dealing with this, if you're having trouble getting motivated, whether to work out, to eat right, to overcome your addiction, to overcome anxiety, to be the best at your sport or your craft or whatever, because motivation can be applied to just about every area of our life, be the best husband, be the best father or mother, whatever the case may be. Let us know down below in the comment section what you're dealing with. And somebody will be there. We'll get together on there and we'll talk about it, and we'll have the community help you out as well, because that's what that comment section is about. But hopefully you get some tips from this video. I'll leave a few at the end. And this is a problem that I've dealt with for most of my life. But over the past few years, I've really started to figure this thing out. And I've been doing a lot better with it. But I'm not perfect at it, okay? I'll be the first to tell you. But I know why it's happening. Now, we've all been there where we've seen that motivational video, whether it to be, workout, and this is what happens if you apply yourself every day, eating right, and then you see the people with the nice looking bodies, and you're like, I want that, or, you have a motivational video about anxiety. I've done a couple of those, or about addiction. We've seen all these videos and they're great. They pump you up, they get you feeling some type of way, they get your heart going, they get you excited. They make you feel like you can do this, and that's great. Sometimes that gets your foot in the front door. It makes you almost envy it, makes you want it a little bit more. But there's something that happens, okay? And I know for me, especially if I'm reading some quotes, or I'm reading a little story, a little novel, or if I'm reading a testimony or watching a video, usually whenever that is done, I'm really kind of done for the day, and I'm like, you know what, tomorrow I'm gonna start this. Tomorrow I'm gonna start that diet. Tomorrow I'm gonna start working out. Tomorrow I'm gonna work on myself mentally. And I usually put it off, or I don't go as hard as I thought I would, or the next day I don't seem as motivated about it. So even if I do this, like I'm half-ass about it, I'm not all in. And that's because I didn't take action right after the motivation happened, and there's too much of a space. Our subconscious needs action. It needs habits. Our subconscious is more habitual. And many people don't understand that. They think that just because they're motivated, or that they saw this awesome video, that's just supposed to change them to the deepest part of them. And in that moment, it kind of feels like it changes you, you're motivated. You're like, yes, this is what I've been needing to hear. I feel so emotional right now. That's because the music's playing. They got some awesome stock footage on these videos. It's hitting you on the heart. You may be even crying, you know what I mean? It'll hit you really hard. But your subconscious takes tons of work to reprogram that, to rewire that. And again, I'm not a scientist or a therapist or psychologist. This is through research, experience, talking to other people. But it takes a lot. And many of you get this, many of you don't. What do they say? 30 days to create a new habit. I honestly think it takes a little bit longer to be on the safe side. There's a reason it takes a long time to create a habit. Our subconscious mind, in my opinion, it lags behind our conscious mind's intentions, its current situation or position, or its motivation, whatever the current state of your conscious mind is in. It's kind of in the present, where your subconscious is kind of in the past a little bit. It's from your past beliefs, your history, your work ethic, your habits, the practices that you do, the actions that you do. So if it's lagging behind, it's gonna take quite a few impressions from your conscious mind on your subconscious mind to start making a difference. For instance, if I watch a hardcore motivational video on working out, I'm getting pumped up, love the music, I'm getting emotional, I'm like, I'm sick of this crap. And I'm like, I set my alarm for 4:30 for the next day. First off, the motivation already is gonna have too much of a space in between, me being motivated and waking up. I should have worked out that evening, first off, if it was that great of a video. But that's the lazy part of me. 4:30 the next day, You wake up, the alarm goes off, you're like, you know what, I can do this tomorrow. I can do this tomorrow. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm just, I'm gonna get my sleep. Why do you think that happened? Why do you think that? And many of you get so discouraged when that happens, but that's because there's a few things going on. You didn't take action right after the motivation occurred. You also went hardcore and you set your alarm way too freaking early. And also, you just have to be patient with yourself because, look, you have not created a habit yet. You went all in, your subconscious mind was thrown off. It was basically like, you're not fooling me. You're not fooling me. We are not doing this. Okay? So it takes a long time. So how can we make this process work? First off, you have to learn how to self-motivate, motivate yourself. You got to be your own best friend. You got to help your subconscious out consciously, if that makes any sense. You have to be there for yourself. That takes self-love, loving yourself, telling yourself that you can do this. Be your own best friend. When you make any small feat, you do any small test and you overcome it, you pass any test, like pat yourself on the back and smile and be happy. It also takes positivity. Lots of positivity to self-motivate, to keep yourself going, to be your own best friend. So you need to be there for yourself. The second thing is set small little goals. I have found out that motivation really didn't work for me because I would get so hyped up and I'd go all in and I'd burn out, whether that be on changing my diet up, working out, getting up early, doing small things little by little. You are so much more likely to get to your end result doing it that way. It's all about momentum when it comes to being successful. A snowball going down a hill, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger until eventually that thing is so hard to stop. You'll become basically unstoppable because you've been doing it for so long and you've been winning these small little battles. So if you want to eat right, don't just cut out everything all at first. And this is something that I used to deal with. Finally I figured it out. If I first stop eating salt and then I cut out caffeine and then that's going to cut out my sodas, then I cut out dairy, and then like you do that and then you do one thing every month or every few weeks, it happens slowly and it's not as hard to adjust. So you have to be smart about the way that you do things and the strategy that you use. If you're working on yourself mentally, this week just meditate. The next week, throw in positive affirmations with your meditation. The next week, add in journaling. You build, because it's all about a lifestyle to get to your goals, to be successful. You need a good lifestyle. This isn't going to be a quick sprint. It's a marathon. You can't pack all these things on your life all at once. You have to be careful. You have to do things at a slower pace. We're not all built that way, at least most of us aren't. There are very few people out there, rare breed, that can handle all that and just be changed instantly like that. Those people are extremely lucky. Most of us aren't built like that. So if you're struggling with this, understand you are not alone, but some things to remember. Take action right after the motivation. Love yourself, learn how to self-motivate, be your own best friend. So you gotta be positive, pump yourself up every day. You gotta be your own best friend, okay? Understand that it takes time in building habits, so you don't want to overload yourself all at once. Little tiny goals, little tiny feats, little tiny tests over time, all right? So make sure that you guys are trying to use that. I know many of you are trying to get motivated, whether to eat right, to work out, to be a better person, to get over your addiction, to get over your anxiety issues. I understand what that's like. I'm not perfect. I still run into this roadblock from time to time, but I'm getting better at recognizing how to deal with it. And I know many of you probably wanted to see something like this. You've probably been needing something like this, a video like this, to help you understand why motivation doesn't seem to work for you all the time. But keep those things in mind and keep fighting, guys. I hope you got value. This video was a little bit different, just something that I was thinking about today because I'm trying to stay motivated to do things. It's been something that I've been dealing with, so I just wanted to share my thoughts on why this happens. I know why it happens, but I'm still trying to work on motivating myself and being my best friend in this situation. So just take that for what it is and try to apply that to your life. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you like this, hit the like button. Again, leave me a comment down there. Let me know if this is something that you're struggling with. We're a family here, so we help each other out. Also, description has tons of resources. Check that out. If you're interested in anxiety life coaching, make sure that you email me. The email will be down below. And just hit me up and let me know that you're interested in some life coaching for anxiety. We'll do that. You get a bunch of stuff with that, so I'll explain that in further detail if you get with me. Subscribe if you haven't, okay, and hit that bell. We're about to hit 40,000 subscribers. Holy crap, that's amazing, guys. Thank you so much for the people that have been here since day one. It's been amazing. it's been a fun journey. Never thought this channel would ever get that far, from just a guy sitting on his porch with a big old grungy beard and just kind of talking about his own problems, and eventually started to help other people out through his own opinions. It's been so great. So I love it. It's amazing on what you can do on YouTube. If any of you out there have been thinking about doing a channel or something, do it, try it out. You know, it helped me. It started out as a diary and it ended with me really helping people change their lives. So thank you guys so much for watching another video. I'm gonna be having some different content. As you can see, the last video I did was a cover song. So I'm gonna try to mix the content up a little bit, still do some anxiety videos, but I just, you know, there's more to me that I wanna show you guys. And I'm excited about the future. So thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to y'all later. All right, have a good one.